Go. Welcome to the Cafe Nightly Show. I'm your host, Goldsmith. It is the 10th, Friday, the 10th of May, 2024. And you missed your opportunity. You missed it. You lost out. You should have taken the chance and been like so many other people and submitted your hackathon entry about 2 to 4 minutes. Yeah, this was a trend. 2 to 4 minutes before the closing time of the applications, before that last minute of 9 a.m. PT. A lot of people dropping in at 8:54 PT. A lot of them dropping in at 8:57 PT, and some getting in there and squeezing in the last 2 or 3 minutes. So definitely something where we have a little bit of a trend of being at the last minute. Hopefully Upland didn't have a different time setting than everyone else. Hopefully their clocks ran the same as everyone who was putting in their late entries. But they are closed. We're looking forward to this coming Monday the 13th, when the people who are selected as the nominees or selected as the finalists will get reached out to by Upland. And theoretically, we'll have that information go out to the public as well. But the people will directly have Upland reach out to them, let them know that they are finalists so they can go on to the next step. And there's some interesting projects. People will already shared a little bit of the details on their projects. Obviously, once Upland has chosen their 5 finalists, they may give us more details on these projects to get people excited about them. But more than anything, I think people had fun with their choices of sharing or not sharing pieces and bits about their projects. And it was so much fun for some people that they made a whole spectacle of it. And again, it was fun for me to watch it. So Upland, more power to you. Your project is lovely. I'm looking forward to it, to seeing all of it. And your 6,346 other members of your team, congratulations to all of them, because I'm sure this is going where it's going. Little Mark, good to see you. What's up? And we're going to look forward to seeing how hackathon entries kick off and go, and see them live on stage. Maybe we'll see you even there, Uplando, live from Las Vegas for Genesis Week 2024 hackathon in-person presentations. But we do have a couple other things. Obviously, today we did have a relatively fast sellout on the gold, and I say relatively fast because it was incredibly fast compared to previous sales with these USD only bundle sales, but incredibly fast sell for the Las Vegas bundles. On the gold side, there's still plenty of silvers available, but the landmark is already sold out of that group. So no, whether or not it changes your decision whether you're going to buy more silvers, that's up to you. But we did see the landmark of the silvers already be distributed. The hackathon, like I said, is closed, and we do have on Mother's Day. We have a tradition here in Upland. We do have a Mother's Day sweetener sale. You buy the UPX with the USD, you get the Block Explorer as a bonus. And this year, as has been the tradition, we have a burn event. The burn event is kind of interesting. We'll get into the specifics of that burn event. And the flowers that you get are kind of interesting. And I'm going to put this note out here. Upland did not give us Blossom Season Block Explorers that have flowers on them. No. They gave us Mother's Day Block Explorers that happen to have flowers on them. This is not and does not count as Blossom Season. Get me some Sakura stuff for the last drop, Upland. Give me some cherry blossoms, please and thank you. And with that, let's kick the show off. All views and opinions expressed by myself are mine and mine alone. Shouldn't be taken as game strategy or financial advice. They don't represent the team or the game of Upland. Any contributors who we do have on, they have their own opinions. They're welcome to them. And they just shouldn't be taken as game strategy or financial advice. They don't represent the game of the team of Upland. They do not represent myself, the Goldsmith, or the Cafe Nightly Show. But again, it's great that they have their opinions, and it's great that they can share them. All right, let's get things kicked off here. Let's go and take a look at what we can take a look at. First thing to take a look at here, obviously, is this burn event tied into a Block Explorer sale. Oh, fun, oh, fun, oh, fun. Yeah, it is fun because there is a way for everybody who participates in the burn event to get something out of it. You're not burning just for a chance that maybe you get there and get something, as we've had with some of these previous events. You're going to get something. And maybe it's a booby prize. Maybe you consider it like not as good of a prize as some of the others, but it is going to be at least you're going to get what you're going to get, and you know what you're going to get until you kind of push yourself up the leaderboard. And then you get something that some would argue is a little better, which is a little better. Let's take a look All right, Mother's Day. Celebrate Mother's Day with Mother's Day Bouquet Block Explorer sale and the Flower Power Burn event. Registration starts this Saturday, Saturday the 11th at 8 a.m. PT. The sale is going to be on Sunday, Sunday the 12th, 9 a.m. PT. Am I going to get up 9 a.m. PT on a Sunday? We'll have to see. I'm going to play on Saturday night. We'll see how that affects my morning on Sunday. Additionally, players have a chance to earn 3 new Block Explorers by participating in the Flower Power Burn event. Again, you're burning a Block Explorer to get a Block Explorer. Well, actually, you're burning 2 Block Explorers at least to get a Block Explorer. Let's talk about that and the merits thereof or lack thereof. We'll have that discussion by burning past Block Explorer, Mother's Day Block Explorers, and in combination with the new Mother's Day Bouquet Flower Block Explorers. Players can collect points and obtain rare Block Explorers. The more you burn, the rarer the rewards. So not quite the case. I mean, there's only a couple different strati, so it's not like you burn 5, you get this one. You burn 6, you get this one. You burn 7, you get that one. There's only a couple of strati that are involved there. Learn more. Let's go learn more about this celebration and these flowers, and we'll see what they look like. Mother's Day Bouquet Block Explorers in celebration of Mother's Day. Alpine presents to you the Mother's Day Bouquet Block Explorers sale. This special sale offers a 10,000 UPX amount and 1 of 5 exclusive flower block explorers commemorating Mother's Day 2024. Here are those details. Registration starts on Saturday, May 11th at 8 a.m. PT. Again, not the sale, the registration. Registration runs till 8 a.m. PT on Sunday, with the sale commencing on the 12th. The 12th is Sunday on Mother's Day. Wow, 9 a.m. PT. Wow, that's noon. Guess what that is? That's Mother's Day lunch. You are telling me that on the East Coast, I'm supposed to, risk the ire of my mother by during Mother's Day dinner, taking my phone out of my pocket and trying to buy one of these Block Explorers in a sweetener sale in which I have a place in line, and if I don't buy within a short period of time, someone else is going to buy, and then all of them will be sold out. Upland, you're putting me in a very precarious position. You want me to celebrate Mother's Day, but you're putting me in a position where I'm going to upset my mother. Maybe the time zones aren't built around me, but that does put me in a precarious position. I think it puts a lot of people in a precarious position. Mother's Day is about mom, and if she sees you with a phone in your hand, she might just knock it out. This coming Sunday, May 12th, 9 a.m. PT, again, kicking off on Mother's Day, during Mother's Day brunch, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, on the East Coast. Quantity available. There's 500 of these bundles available. They're $10 a piece. It's one of those things. You buy the bundle, you get the prize. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. 100 mints of each of these. So we have a tulip, we have a rose, we have a daisy, we have chamomile, and we do have violet. Violet doesn't look like a violet. Chamomile looks a little bit like chamomile. Daisy looks like a daisy. Rose looks like... I guess I can say this, because there's different types of sphincters. It looks like a sphincter. The tulip, I don't know what that looks like. But, hey, the daisy, the chamomile, they're not horrible. The violet, I don't know what it's supposed to be. But the chamomile and the daisy, if I got one of those two, I would actually be able to identify what type of flower they're supposed to be by looking at them. So that's something. Flower Power Burn event. Additionally, players have the chance to earn 3 new Block Explorers by participating in the Flower Power Burn event. By burning past Mother's Day themed and new Mother's Day Bouquet Flower Block Explorers, players can collect points and obtain rare Block Explorers. And the more you burn, the rarer the rewards. Like I said, maybe a little bit of misnomer because there's only so many rarities that there are, and there's only so many strata you can put yourself into. By burning past Mother's Day Block Explorers and these new Mother's Day Block Explorers, the Bouquet Block Explorers, you are just going to be moving yourself up the ranking by earning points. Here's the combos. This is how this works. Here's the burn combo. To earn a point, 1 point, each combination must include 1 Block Explorer from a newly released Mother's Day Bouquet bundle, again, of which is 500, along with one of the existing Block Explorers that are themed on Mother's Day. shown below in Upland. Each valid combo will score you a single point. All right, so for Mother's Day, previously we've had a couple different iterations. We've had a few different block explorers for Mother's Day. Let's take a look at some of our previous ones. And here they are. There's the Flower Vase Block Explorer, Mother's Day Chocolate Heart Block Explorer, also known as the Poop Heart. We do know that, affectionately so, the Poop Heart here, the chocolate heart, made out of chocolate, not poop. Thank you very much. The Mystic Bonsai Tree Block Explorer, obviously themed on Mother's Day. We have the Mom's Love Board. I like this one. I love you, Mom. Ink Heart Block Explorer. Look at that. Mom for a tattoo for the win. Spa Day Block Explorer, also known as D-Tech Goes to the Spa. And Mom Fuel. Yes, moms love wine. Block Explorer here. Mom Fuel. That is a wine glass. And yeah, again, Upland starting this theme a couple years ago with moms really needing a glass of wine every now and again. Players who secure top positions on the leaders boards are going to be honored with Mother's Day favorites, earning a following exclusive prizes. Again, this is a leaderboard. Top 10 are going to get this big old barrel of booze. Looks like, I don't know, Tanqueray maybe? A little bit of gin over here. I don't know what this purple top is over here. Those don't look like wine bottles. Look at the way they're shaped. Look at the labels on here. Definitely going for liquor. And notice that it's in a chest. So it is a reward of sorts. It is a prize. It is a treasure. It's a treasure chest of liquor. And then over here we have this smaller treasure chest. Maybe we could say, if we look at it, we could say that'd be a fancy little ottoman if it was close. So maybe it's a little cute little ottoman over here, and it's full of wine. That's fun. Oh, look at this. There was a little bit of an instrument sticking out. Maybe it's a lute. I don't know. Maybe it's a lute sticking out, and then we've got some Mother's Day wines here. That's fun. And then finally over here, we do have this bear, and the conclusion was on the wine and cheese and the wine and the melon and the wine and the wine and the wine and the cheese in the metaverse earlier today. We're talking about all of this wine, all of this booze. We decided that this is a mother bear here. Very, very upset. I guess she's upset because she doesn't have her wine and she doesn't have her booze over here. I don't know where Upland comes up with these things. Talking about seeing all of the alcohol. I don't know if we know what Mother's Day really is, Upland. We could go see Mom. We're going to give her some flowers. Maybe that's why we have flowers this year around. The limit of one block explorer per player. Variations of the bear may vary based on the number of players who make the leaderboard. Okay, so essentially, if you're 17th plus place, you're going to get the bear. This means that if you enter the leaderboard by doing some burns, you guarantee yourself that you are going to get something. You're going to get something here. But you could burn 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 combinations and still get this bear, which means you're exchanging 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 block explorers for this one bear. That's a consideration. Again, it is guaranteeing you a prize, but you're burning more block explorers to end up with a single block explorer at the end. Keep that in mind. Do you want to burn 10 block explorers to get this? Do you want to burn 15 block explorers? 15 has to be an even number. 16 block explorers to get this? That's up to you. You have to see. Again, the rarity, there's only going to be 10 of these. Keep that in mind. 11 through, here's the thing. You ready for this joke? The top 10 are going to get this. 11 through 16, they get this. This is rarer than this. Rarity tends to add to the value of a block explorer. It adds to the interest around a block explorer. It is something that determines how much people enjoy often or how much they covet a block explorer. And this is a rare block explorer. 11th through 16th place get a rare block explorer than those in the top 10. I don't care if this is supposed to be a gold chest. I don't care if this is supposed to be more expensive liquor than this wine is over here. This is a rare block explorer. So I wouldn't be going for the top 10. I'm going for 11th through 16th place. Look at, you get a really rare block explorer. There's going to be 5 of those block explorers. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Sorry, 6 of those block explorers. There's going to be 6 of these block explorers. That's even rarer than a 1 of 10 block explorer over here. let's go for it. Let's try to get this wine in this ottoman with the loot in there, apparently. So that's kind of exciting. This is Mother's Day. Not only can you celebrate the wonderful mothers in your life, but you can have some extra fun with a flower power burn event. Happy Mother's Day, Uplanders. Again, have a little fun here with these holidays. Upland has a little fun here with these holidays. I do enjoy them. The sale time is literally during family dinners, and they talk about the celebration and the celebrating mom, and we have the same thing with Easter. It's about family, and it's about togetherness. And guess what? You can't be in family or together if you're in the middle of a Block Explorer sale during the meal. It's difficult to do. Maybe, just maybe, we do these Block Explorer sales a day or two before the actual holiday, so they aren't happening during the actual holiday. Just a thought. Upland can do what they want. I understand the idea of dropping these the last minute. I understand the idea of them being on the holiday themselves. I understand the idea that there's many time zones, and for some people, the timing is much better for their time zone. But on the East Coast, it doesn't work so well. Maybe on the West Coast, it doesn't work so well. 9 a.m., maybe you're getting ready to go to brunch with mom. I don't know. But I do know that this year, I'll do my best. I'll see if I can sneak it out there, but I'll try to get my phone to not be slapped out my hand. All right, and just a note here. I will say it again. Thank you, Upland, for giving some flowers during blossom season, but they're not for blossom season. They're for Mother's Day. You still owe me flowers for blossom season. Thank you. Let's go down to the next thing here. Obviously, Hackathon. It's over. It's closed. We're not going to get too crazy on looking at the details, because we'll get more details as we get closer to Genesis Week this year. We'll see some of the projects and be able to talk a little bit more about them. Look at the prize they are competing for. Look at the format of the likely presentations in Vegas. Hey, WW Dog. Looking at the presentations, the format of presentations in Las Vegas, and seeing what that is going to end up looking like. So excited to see that. But again, that's just a short time down the road here. What we did see today, more than anything, was a little bit of an about face, or a little bit of a community coming around a bundle sale in a different way than it has in the past. And that's because Upland did a better job about setting the values. They made a very good value, or they built a very good value into the sale here. There were 70 bundles available for $183. 3 legacy properties were in those bundles. Guarantee of at least 50% discount, aka you're paying $183. Upland is guaranteeing you the value of those properties are at least $367 or higher thousand UPX value worth of mint value. That's kind of cool. They sweeten the pot with the Las Vegas Mormon Fort, a landmark, and the historic 5th Street School, also a landmark. People saw that. That's a one, not a joke, 1 in 35 chance of getting a landmark. Yes, you have to pay $183 for it, but 1 in 35 chance of getting a landmark seems like pretty good odds for me. And keep in mind, even if you don't win, even if you buy that lottery ticket and you don't win the big prize, you get something. You get the consolation prize of at least 367,000 UPX in value, which is a pretty good deal for $183. You know, it's not a great deal. You're not getting the lowest, the biggest bang for your buck, but you are getting a relatively good deal as your consolation prize. And if you get lucky, you got really, really lucky. We did see that sell out today. We did see on the silver bundles that there is proof that somebody did get the landmark, the Huntridge Theater. Mint price $3,570,840 UPX out of the silver bundle. So that's been good. You're still going to be able to spend $76. Still going to be able to get 154,000 UPX value or higher as your reward for spending $76. And again, your mint values of your properties could be much higher than that as well. But it is something that is kind of exciting to see that happen. to see them sell as well as they did. Again, this is much better selling than our previous bundle sale because Upland set the pricing and the value offer better than they did last time. Period. If they continue to do so, they will continue to see higher sales values on these. We know they were more sluggish in previous sales. And again, one of those reasons, as I said yesterday, one of those reasons was the lack of specificity as to what properties people are getting. You could get something in Miami, maybe you get something in Kansas City, maybe you get something in Manhattan. You don't know. But in this one, we know we're getting Las Vegas. And if you buy the bundle, you're prepared to get Las Vegas properties. So it makes it easier to make that decision or to not make the decision. You say, I don't want Las Vegas properties. You don't buy the bundle. You want Las Vegas properties. You buy the bundle. Easier decision. So we'll see if we do this again, what the bundle structure looks like. It looks like Upland cycling through cities that are older but do not have all of their properties minted yet. A way to get some more of those properties minted, give people a discount or expand the value proposition or change the value proposition based on giving people an opportunity to buy sight unseen with some type of assurance of an at least value. The city of Detroit is waiting for just such a deal. It's sitting there with a lot of properties that are unminted. Most of the collections or all the collections have been minted out. But there's properties that are just saying that they're relatively inexpensive. They're sitting there waiting to be minted, and that would be one way to help get those properties minted out. Because they're lower UPX value properties, it could be a smaller cost sale, or you can put more properties in it. It might be one of those we talk about price pointing and different strokes for different folks and different sales for different gals, so different sales for different people, and different stages in the game. In the fair city of Detroit, we'd have lower cost bundles potentially because of the mint values are still available in Detroit. And maybe those might be easier price points for some people to enter. That would be fun. Or maybe we could get 10 Detroit properties for $70. That might be fun. And then we could sweeten that up with some landmarks along the way. I would enjoy that. So we can continue to do this. And Upland has already said they're going to continue to do this, having these in the specials in the UPX store in game on Upland. So we're going to see how that happens and how that continues to grow as a function and a part of the game. I like the focus that Upland is bringing to unminted properties that currently exist in the game of Upland. It is helpful to help get those minted out. And the more of those properties get minted, it can bring some of those neighborhoods in some cities that are vastly unminted for a long period of time, could help bring some of those places to life. So thank you, Upland, for doing this. And there is one more bundle, one that I wasn't as excited about, but it's still kind of exciting. 450 of these bundles available, $31 each. 3 discounted legacy Vegas properties at least 50% discount. You get a collection property or chance at a collection property. It is an ultra rare. It is an ultra rare, the Elopers ultra rare. It is mint price $2,062,280 UPX. It's a pretty good deal. So that would be fun if you got it. They didn't give me the address of it, but it is a Elopers ultra rare. I would love to get one myself. Maybe I'll buy one of those bronze bundles at $450. Get up when it says they're meant for newer players, but 3 properties valued at $62,000 UPX or more at the price of $31 with a chance, again, a 1 in 450 chance, so a smaller chance than we saw in the other bundles, but of getting an ultra rare. That might be fun. Maybe that's a lottery ticket worth scratching. We'll have to see. And again, you do have some reward anyways, regardless, as a bundle sale. So we'll have to see what I decide on that, but it is interesting. That is still sitting there, and that is still available, and it is out there for me to take a look at. And I can just have a personal experience on this, because I did have a personal experience on this. I did buy a couple silver bundles again before it was known that the Vegas landmark that was in there, the landmark that was in with the silver bundle, had already been redeemed. So I did maybe do an about face and say, okay, now it's no longer worth it. So once the 100th theater was redeemed, was minted, I decided, hey, the value is no longer there for me. It could be there for someone else, but it's no longer there for me. Stop buying those silver bundles. maybe I'll go give it a try, buy a bronze bundle and see what happens. See if I get that 1 in 450 rarity pull. Probably not going to happen, but at least I'll get 62,000 UPX worth of properties. And sometimes, just sometimes, it's nice to get your hand forced in upland to get a property minted or forced to mint a property in this sense that I otherwise wouldn't mint, because now I may have diversified the city. And sometimes it's nice to have a little guiding hand, even if there's no huge payout. It's just fun to kind of have some outside influence and change your holdings a little bit. And I will tell you, I had some interesting holdings that I picked up in this, and one of them was an interesting shape property, and I like interesting shape properties. I picked up some UP2 in the city of Las Vegas, which I do have already some decent UP2 properties in, but I did pick up some more UP2 properties, or relatively large UP2 properties. I always like having some of those around, so it was kind of exciting to see that. And again, I mean, would I be going and minting Las Vegas on a 1-for-1 basis the properties that I minted? Absolutely not. Is it something that the landmark that was in the bundle strongly influenced my decision to go and purchase? Absolutely. But I can't hate the properties that I got, because it was that same, 50% discount, or as Upland puts it, 50% discount. And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a hard process. It wasn't a bad process. It's nice to have your hand guide every once in a while, and I kind of enjoyed the experience overall. And with that, again, this is something that will repeat. I'm sure. We do want to put our eyes out, and our eyes are going to go out for I don't know, 3.5, 4 weeks here, Genesis Week 2024. I'm going to keep saying it and saying it and saying it again. But I'll have more to report later as we get closer. But Genesis Week is just under a month away. We have still time for people to make the decision to go to Genesis Week if they choose to do so. We have the big ones, the big rewards that we already know that are baked in there. There are some ultra rares that you could win. There is the 300 albatross that's available, the big prize. You don't have to be live in person to get it, but you do have to be live in person to get one of the 3 100 sparrows, airplanes in the game of Upland. Some of the first airplanes in the game of Upland. So there is a lot of prizes there, and then you get into the real prizes, or you get into a lot of the other prizes, I should say, where we got a lot of small prizes along the way, but the big prize, or the big well-distributed prize, is Sparklet all day long. Between 1,000 and 5,000 Sparklet per individual, assuming level of participation or tied to level participation in events throughout the day or the days. So it will be something that if you get to Genesis Week, you go to the Genesis Live event, you put some time and you put some effort in, you could be leaving with between 1,000 and 5,000 Sparklet, which is a pretty darn good deal. If you are considering going to Genesis Week, you only have so long to make that decision. There's still the Genesis Week play, or the events that are going to happen during Genesis Week. You still can participate. You can still potentially win that 300 albatross. You can still have fun if you don't go in person, but there's a lot of fun specific to going in person, including an after party, which includes kart racing. You're going to go and see me either win or lose, or win, lose, or draw, one way or the other, for a community awards award for Broadcaster of the Year. You're going to see a bunch of other people, which, again, I have gone over this in the specifics, but let's go over this broadly and say we have Upland of the Year. We have 4 very accomplished nominees. We have Design of the Year. We have 4 very accomplished nominees. We have Broadcast of the Year. We have 3 very accomplished nominees, and myself. So it's exciting. It's exciting to see that, get to that point at the end of the year, every year, be able to look back, see what was done, see what people have done, and celebrate the accomplishments, not just of the people who were nominated, but all Uplanders, anybody who's building a community, anybody who's growing their account, anybody who's doing things in Upland, in the metaverse of especially the UGC space, things that they want to build and to grow and to share. Thank you. Congratulations. You did a great job. Continue doing a great job. let's see what the year of 2024 holds for us, or I should say 2024 to 2025, the Genesis to Genesis 2024 into Genesis 2025, what that year looks like and holds for us. But for now, looking forward to very, very much to Genesis Week 2024 in the next several weeks. For tonight, thank you so much for being here. We are here at the Upland Cafe Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. That's what time we're kicking off the actual show, 7 p.m. PT. We're usually here in the cafe, but by 7:30, that's when we start the recording. That's when we broadcast to Twitter. That's when we broadcast to YouTube. That's when we broadcast to the plazas on Tuesdays and Fridays. And looking forward to seeing all of you there. If you are enjoying content, please feel free to follow on Twitter, follow on YouTube, the Meta Ventures, if you choose to do so. Love to continue to drop the content when it comes out. I'll remind you of what's coming out and upcoming. We do have a few interviews, a few fun ones. I've got a fun one coming up in the next, oh my God. I've got a fun one coming up in the next several hours. What is 7 a.m. Dutchy time? 7 a.m. Dutchy time. It's 1 a.m. Eastern. That is 1 a.m. Eastern. 10 p.m. Yeah, let's do it. 10 p.m. PST. That's in just a couple hours. Love to see you there if you can. That's going to be on Twitter, like always. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be not in Discord, more than likely. I don't think we'll broadcast in Discord, but we will be on YouTube. We will be on Twitter. We will be recorded, of course. And so if you want to follow up on that, that is going to be a interview with Jacques nominated for Designer of the Year. So I'm going to have an opportunity to have that conversation. Jacques officially, as of today, saying that she did have a hackathon entry this year. She had 2 last year, one of which was a winner. One of which was a winner, and one of which wasn't. But one of which was a winner in the innovation track. And another hackathon entry she has submitted. Whether or not it becomes a finalist, nobody knows. We won't know for several days. But I can definitely say that at the very least, she has some interesting things on the UGC front. Looking forward to being able to discuss those things into next week. Fingers crossed. I've got some dates set for 2 interviews. One interview set with a Upland team member just to talk Genesis Week, have some fun, play around, get ready for the upcoming festivities. And then also in the week, outside project who is moving inside Upland, at least in a small scale, at least in a small way, a decently sized NFT project. Moving in, putting some small roots into Upland. We talk about their main project outside of Upland and have an opportunity to see what they're kind of reaching into Upland with and the potentials, which no guarantees at the moment, not talking about, but the potentials for even more collaboration with Upland, even more building on layer 2. So we'll get into that. But looking forward to more of these interviews as we head towards Genesis Week, just to get excited, just to build a little bit of our understanding of the community. And again, it's an opportunity for people to talk about what they're going to be doing at Genesis Week this year, if they're going to be at Genesis Week Live. Hey, there we go, Swarley. Yes, getting ready for Genesis Week, getting ready to head out to Vegas in less than a month. And again, as we head that way, as we get ready to do so, share some information to people and their projects that are going to be there. So thank you so much for being here tonight. As always, as is the tradition, if you're in the Upland Discord Cafe, please feel free to unmute your mics. The floor is yours. And for everybody else, good night and see you again on Monday.